What's up, folks? It's your boy Bob Hollywood with another episode of Bob's Holly World. Today I am going to be reviewing this Marvel's Hyperion figure. It is from the Marvel Infinite series. I still just call these Marvel Legends because that's what they've been repackaged as. These are not this small and 3 3/4 inch scale. If we turn this over, Hyperion has a bio. It says, it's the last surviving Eternal of an alternate Earth there is little Hyperion cannot achieve. But when he is accidentally exiled from his own universe, he contacts his old allies, the Avengers, hoping that Earth's mightiest heroes can help return him home. This figure is from 2013. And it comes in a wave with Hulk, Grim Reaper, which I have and I'll also be reviewing, Wasp, Captain America, and the Heroic Age Iron Man. I would like to get that Iron Man more than anything, but I do have the Grim Reaper, which I'll probably review next. So yeah, this is for children aged 4+. I bought this from BigBadToyStore.com. One of 18 figures I bought from them. This was on clearance for those guys. Now this is one of my least favorite parts about the Marvel figures, is getting them out of their plastic. It's very difficult. I'm gonna lower my camera for you. It's always been tough. Like, they have them secured, and that's cool if you just want to prevent people from stealing them. But it's just tough to get them out when you just want to get the toy out. I will say that probably is a pretty good safeguard against having your merchandise stolen. I don't see anybody walking into a store and slipping this guy out of his package and into their pockets easily. Makes a lot of noise, as you heard. Almost made as much noise as those cake cases. You know, the kind they have at the bakery that makes all the noise. Stand him right there. You see he comes with one accessory, which I did not know came off until I took him out of his box. And it is his cape. It is this creamy yellow-orange color, the same color as his boots. Those are the only times these colors show up on the figure. He is a redhead. He's ginger. He has blue eyes. He's wearing red primarily, and then his midsection and his crotch is gold, and there is some detailing above on his abs. Pretty big dude. He also has gold on his chest, the Hyperion symbol. This cape hooks onto his shoulders or onto his back through these two pegs. Shoulder goes over his right. The cape goes over his right shoulder, I'm sorry. And it stays on no problem. Because of the two pegs, I'd find it difficult to put that on anybody else without, you know, maybe drilling a hole in another figure, or, I don't know, maybe just, it can go on his shoulder without pegging in, but it's obviously loose, so it would be loose on anyone else as well. He also has peg holes on his feet. They look kind of small. I don't have a stand to check it, but they look kind of small. Smaller than I'm imagining being used to. So he's pretty shiny. It's cool. Like, the paint is done nicely. I don't know why they didn't keep making these figures. Like, this is done nicely. I'm not gonna lie. He's in pretty good condition. Pretty good condition. I can't say otherwise. Let's look at his face real quick. So again, he's a ginger. He's got like a little grimace, a little scowl, but more like he's trying to be serious and not like he's trying to be angry. Blue eyes, like I said, there's a little speck on his nose, but I'm only seeing that on camera. I'm not seeing that in person. Ginger hair. I like gingers. Gingers are cool. Let's go over his articulation. His head rotates 360 degrees. It's also on a hinge. Ooh, I think I broke him a little bit. But you can see he goes like that, and I only broke him slightly. It's probably just because it was paint and glue. His head's not at risk of coming off. Shoulders, his arms can go like that. Pretty good crucifix. Shoulders also rotate 360 degrees. He has a bicep pivot, or swivel, rather. Has that on both arms. As you can see, his arms go 90 degrees at the elbow. Both arms. As for his hands articulation, they just do this. There's no hinge. Ab crunch, no actual crunch, but he does get a pretty good range of motion. It also allows him to rotate 360 degrees like Wonder Woman. It's just that one point of articulation at his abs. Legs go out this far, and they go up this high. He has the kind of legs I prefer on a Marvel Legends. Knees also bend so he can have a seat. Double jointed knees, by the way, so that means he can kneel before Zod if necessary. As you can see, he can also be on either knee. Being on his left knee is more difficult than being on his right knee, but he can do either. And you see there's this these gaps at his thigh. He does have the thigh swivel. And there's also the gap at the boot. Here's the boot swivel. That's kind of annoying that those gaps are there. I mean, his legs can come off, as you can see. It's a pretty long peg, but it does come off. And that's why that gap's there. That could have been made a little bit better, but this is 6 years old at this point. No sense of complaining. They probably already fixed that. And his feet also, ankle was a rocker. And a hinge. I'm finding like ankle hinges are the most difficult to maneuver. They're pretty stiff. So with that being said, if he'll stand is pretty much dependent on his knees, because his ankle pivots or ankle hinges are pretty stiff. But he does stand. You see, he stands no problem. Let's get his height. He stands at 4.5 inches, which is, God, he's large. I'm gonna compare him to two figures. One is a different Marvel Legend. It's gonna be Colossus. Colossus is taller than him. Now, I don't know anything about Hyperion, so I can't say if he's taller than Colossus or the same height or shorter in the comic books, but this Colossus is taller. I'm also going to compare him to someone he's, a parable of, a facsimile of, and that's Superman. Now, this Superman I don't like just because he's so small. Obviously, Superman's a DC figure. Look at the size difference. He's tiny compared to Hyperion. Now, again, being small does not mean you cannot pack a serious punch. Obviously, I would want to choose Superman over Hyperion in a fight, but just in terms of looks, the Superman looks out of place. I think I need a new one. Put him with his cape on. Now, my only thing is I wish that this cape had a single peg, so more figures could use it, but it is what it is. There are the two Supermen. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Let all your homies know where they can find me, B.O.B., and that's right here at Bob's Holly's World. I appreciate it. You enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one.